You gotta be kidding me. Today we won a storage unit I've been trying to win for almost an entire year. Whether this ends good or whether this ends bad, I guarantee you this is gonna be one of the absolute weirdest storage units and weirdest stories you've ever seen ever in this business. So if I lose money, I don't care, I just gotta know. Let's get in the car, let's go see what we got. So we just arrived. This was legitimately over a 1 hour drive. And when you see the unit, you're going to call me an idiot. But we paid $10 for this unit, 10 bucks, the minimum bid you can bid online. Let me open it up and then judge me. I know right now you're probably thinking I'm suffering from some type of severe mental disorder, but in order for you to grasp this, you gotta listen to the facts first. Let me explain that before we get into this. So before we get into it, I have to explain to you the facts, because if you don't know this, none of this is going to make any sense. So pay attention here. I've been trying to get this unit for 7 months. In order for a storage unit to go up for auction, you have to be 3 months behind on your rent. That means you didn't pay rent 3 months in a row. And when that happens, they put your storage unit up for auction. When they do that, you have 2 options. You can pay your entire balance back to the storage facility. If you do that, you have access to your unit, the auction's gone, you get your stuff, it's all good. Option number 2 is you give them a partial payment. You pay 1 month. If you owe them 3, you pay 1. What happens is your unit is saved from auction, but you do not have access to your unit, which means it'll go right back up for auction the following month if you don't finish paying. But you can use that. You can pay 1 month and buy yourself, say, a few weeks to get the rest of the money to get your stuff back. That's perfectly legal. But again, if you do not finish paying off your entire balance, your unit's going right back up for auction again. So when I'm saying I've been trying to get this unit for 7 months, what I mean is every single month, right before it goes off, the owner has paid a partial payment to the storage facility, meaning 1 month's rent to keep it safe. But because they never paid the full amount, they were never able to access this unit again. The pictures have remained the same month after month after month after month. At one point, this unit was up to $110, and I think it's because there's other people out here that noticed the trend just like I did, that it just kept going up for auction. So let's break down what that exactly means. It's a 5x5 little unit, right? The cheapest one you can get at that facility is $99.99, and if you rent there, you have to insure your unit. The cheapest insurance they have is $12.99. So at a bare minimum, they're paying $113 a month, at a bare minimum. And if it's been up for auction 7 times, that means they made that payment 7 times. Of course, the initial rent was that again. So overall, 8 times they made a bare minimum payment of $113. So do the math in your head. That is like over $900, close to $1,000 to save what's in the unit. That's gotta bother you and boggle your head if you're like me, because it looks like 2 little boxes of nothing, right? But then why would they keep paying on it? There's gotta be a reason to it. There's gotta be something that makes sense. And it's bothering me that I can't figure it out. With that, I wanna get another point across. If you abandon your storage unit and you just don't pay and they send it up for auction, it's not like you go home scot-free and everything's good. When you sign up for that, you sign up with a credit card or a bank card. And if you don't pay, you don't just walk away. They send you to collections if whatever the storage unit is sold for doesn't cover what you owed them. Let's say you owed them $500 and the storage unit sells for $490. They are legally required to send you to collections for 10 bucks. But most of the time, if they're abandoned like that for 3 months, you owe them hundreds, if not thousands, depending on the size of the unit. So usually whatever it goes for at auction is not going to cover that at all. So in this case, why would somebody leave 2 boxes behind that are that big, that could have fit? You could have walked out with them, you could have put them on a bike, you could have put them in a car, you could have carried them both with one hand. Why were they in the storage unit? Why didn't the guy just take them out of the storage unit? You know what I mean? Something here doesn't add up, and I'm super glad we got this unit for the price they did, because as stupid as it sounds, I was willing to pay a lot more than that just to know what was in the boxes, because it has been in the back of my mind for almost a year now. Let's go see. So knowing that, you have to understand how curious this has been to me for the past 7 months. Why would somebody pay a G to try to save what's in 2 stupid little boxes? I guess let's see what's in there, right?
Right.
Let's pull out the first one.
Please, let's see.
Oh, what is that? Ew. Look at that.
What is it?
What is it?
It says salad palette turkey harvest. Gross. Pull it out.
That's gross. Cause you know how long it's probably been in there? Oh. Why?
Yummy.
That smells really bad.
Yummy.
Just why? Like, you just gotta ask yourself, just why? What else is in here? Is this food?
It's all food.
Well, they got this one.
Oh, I see one kick.
Some Lay's barbecue chips. You
Are
know
they
what?
expired?
Let's see. When do they expire?
On the front.
Where is it?
Over here?
Yeah. They're expired. They expired January this year. Makes a little more sense.
All right.
So hold on. Let me refresh that. If they expired January this year, chips are good for like what, a year or so probably?
Probably.
At least. So how long has this stuff been in here? Longer than I'm even thinking.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's weird. But I gotta say,
good taste. Good taste.
you know, I'm doing the whole keto thing now, but this is my favorite candy in the entire world. And again, this expired February 2020.
All right.
So again, I don't know what this dude was doing. I really don't. I'm really still curious. And I'm hoping there's at least one thing in here somewhere that'll give me a name, or give me some type of information to go off of so I can do further research, because this is making even less sense now. What else do we got?
Unopened boxes of tea.
Is this all food too? Legitimately? Look at this.
Ew.
This is,
it's like dressing and stuff.
Ew, look at this.
Oh, it's Frappuccino.
Look at it.
But it's bad, for sure.
Oh, why? And an apple pie?
Ooh.
Or bean pie?
A bean pie.
What is a bean pie? Look at that. That's all food.
All right, next.
That's just grimy.
More Starbucks
And
things.
if you look in there, oh, Rolos are good. And it's just a whole box of food in Starbucks. That makes it so much more annoying. You're telling me somebody paid $1,000 to protect expired food? Something doesn't make sense there. Something makes no sense, but I guess, let's see what's in the other box. You ready to see what's in the second one?
Yes.
It better not be, what does that say? California tomatoes. Is that the box of rotting tomatoes?
I hope not.
We're gonna be fighting right now.
Okay, but don't lift it. So you can lift the top, don't lift the box, because I don't want the surprise to be ruined.
You gotta be kidding me. It's an empty box.
Yeah, well.
Like, I try not to cuss on YouTube, but what the, you know what? Why? Just why? This was, you can see that stuff's been there since 2019 at least. And it's been saved from auction 7 times. So like I said, this dude did not have access to this unit since at least January. That's almost $1,000 poured into trying to save this unit from auction. For rotting food? I'm at a state of I don't know right now. I'm gonna see if I can find some information either on the receipts, maybe try to talk to the managers, I don't know. I wanna figure this out because this is just mind-boggling. So this story is just very weird. But as we approached the manager after the unit, we were gonna ask, you know, what do you know about this? What can you tell us? Obviously they said they don't know the person's name, which is a complete lie. They just can't give it to us. I get that, that's part of the rules. But the fact that when we approached them, they wanted to ask us before we even asked them what was in it, got me even more intrigued. Cause I'm like, why are you so curious? So we asked them that. Why do you wanna know what's in there so bad? And believe it or not, this person, the only thing they knew about them is that they would call the office up to 3 times almost every single week talking about their storage unit. So obviously the manager was just as curious as we are, but legally, he's one of the good ones, did not go in the unit and could not look in the unit because that is against the law. Other people out there, by the way, you can go to jail for that and you should. But they asked us what we were in it. We told them it was just that nice guy let us throw it all in their dumpster so we didn't have to take home rotten food. It was cool. But again, this guy was calling the facility up to 3 times every single week complaining about this. But like he said, every single time before this unit will go up for auction, within the last 2 or 3 days, sometimes even the last few hours, this person would call the office, they would pay online, they would always save it. In curiosity, we're all humans here. We're all wondering what the heck is going on with this guy, including the manager here. So if anybody out there that watches this video can come up with any crazy theory, because it's just beyond me. I've been thinking about it since the ride home, stuff got home for hours now, since while I was editing the whole video. I just don't have a theory for this. I really don't. Nothing about this makes any sense unless somebody's just completely mentally insane, lunatic. I don't know why any human being, rational or even irrational, would pay nearly $1,000 to save rotting food. If you got a theory, please enlighten me in the comments below. But anyway, that's all we got for this video. Hope you enjoyed it. Make sure you leave it a thumbs up, subscribe if you're new, and until next time, peace out.